Our Shero, a single working mom, is frustrated by dirty air and climate change. She comes in the door with her kids and starts cooking dinner while they do homework. The news is on, it's the hottest week on record, and wildfires are raging. Her phone beeps. She picks it up and there's a dangerous air quality alert for her county. Fed up, she shows up at a school board meeting with other parents demanding action from the district on climate and clean air. The meeting ends with a resolution for community representatives to work with the district facilities manager and propose a solution. At the next board meeting, she and the other community members happily announced a joint plan with facilities to solarize their schools and save money on energy. Heads are nodding and the plan is approved. When the district installs solar carports, everyone high fives. But a month later, the facility manager checks their energy management system and shows it to the mom. The times of day when the school is using the most energy don't line up with when their solar panels are producing energy. What? She says, but I thought we were helping to reduce carbon. So the mom and facilities manager invite a very nice battery salesperson to give them a quote. The facilities manager and mom lock eyes over the estimate and shake their heads. That much extra expense just isn't in the school district's budget and there's no payback. Certain there's a more affordable option, the mom researches how to best use rooftop solar. She shows the facilities manager a solution that uses artificial intelligence to automatically shift energy use in buildings based on a building user's preferences. After an easy setup, the facility manager logs into CEL and connects the first school's HVAC system. They look at each other anxiously. He hands her the iPad and she selects the Save the Planet option, which shifts their energy use to when their solar is making it. Unsure but hopeful, they wait to see whether their system will perform or if they'll end up with an internet of broken things. They nervously check their phones only to see that CEL is shifting their energy use to clean times in the day. To their satisfaction, everything works automatically. Better yet, for the curious students and community, a dashboard provides insights into what was done to make their solar and energy use work together for cleaner air. At the next school board meeting, the mom and facilities manager present their results. The program is a hit. The district has drastically reduced their greenhouse gas emissions. And because they're now importing less electricity from the grid at peak times, the district is also saving thousands of dollars per month in utility demand charges in addition to the energy they're saving from solar. Local parents, community members, and kids stand up and applaud. Realizing she'd make an even bigger impact if she also changed her behavior at home, the mom looks at the app on her phone, sees that the grid is dirty, turns off the hallway light, and smiles.
Well, you have quite a story there. But Sanjay, this is right in your neighborhood, artificial intelligence.
In my wheelhouse, and I totally get it.
I thought about Sanjay. I already connected with you on LinkedIn, Sanjay, after I saw that video.
Yeah, it's, I think for me, this is like the perfect story, you know, because you have a mom who kind of drives this whole thing. She does the research, and I like the way you introduced your company without really introducing it. So your company is right there, your solution is right there. And she is just navigating through. You did not talk about your product at all. You talked about the solution. So for me, it's probably, I think Tom's gonna like the story. I think I've gone through a lot of iterations to get to where you have with Tom, you know, going from a technologist to a storyteller. So really good job. I think, I don't know if I have any feedback on this one, Tom. Maybe you should take it.
Well, that was a very polished presentation, and
Yeah.
you know, you presented it with a great degree of enthusiasm. I love that you, you know, starred a person of color in the starring role. I love that you had a child in you know, as the co-star in the starring role, because that always, you know, putting a child in is always the best way to build empathy for anything. Just ask Steven Spielberg, right?
Emotion and everything else in there, yes.
Absolutely. So, you know, No story is ever perfect, so let's move to the areas where you could probably even make some improvements here.
I
One,
love it. And I want to thank too Bettina Grab, who helped me work through this. She's one of the mentors. So thanks, Bettina.
terrific. Uh, I I would say this. You started at the beginning and you said that she's frustrated, but here's the mom holding the baby, and we're seeing shots that you showed on the slide of the worst air quality imaginable. You can't even see the buildings. It's brown. It's horrible. So frustration is one thing. Fear, uh, concern for her child's future, for her child's ability to breathe. Does her child have asthma? It's like, what are the circumstances that really make us double down on why we need to make sure that this mother finds a solution for her child? So that might be something to add a little weight to the beginning. Then later on, to me, we got a little heavy into the discussion of the technology and the cost and the battery and the app and things like that. I think that the app was a really nice payoff. I think it would be nice to do a kind of an Alfred Hitchcock here, where there's a clock ticking on this problem, and the cost of the batteries and the ineffectiveness of this or that are getting in the way. Flashback to the baby, like keep reminding us of that baby and the mother, because that's the problem that she's solving for. And at the end, we had the payoff be one of more like professional success, where I think it would be really terrific if the mom and baby were somehow standing outside in a blue sky, which gives a vision of hope for the future.
I
Do those,
love it.
do those,
I really like that idea of the ticking clock. I felt so too. Like each slide was a little too ponderous. It'd be better if that was more of a montage with, like you said, this sense of urgency. Like, geez, Louise, I just want to do this thing. I just want it to work. Like, I want it to
yeah,
not, so much red
yeah.
tape, like the red tape is the enemy too, in a way.
Yeah, uh-huh, uh-huh. But I think you've done a lot of work for a week. So really terrific job. And hopefully the comments that Sanjay and I had, and I know there are some great comments in the chat here too,
Okay.
will help you move that to the next level. But I think you're really on the right track. Ken, from the investor
Yeah.
perspective, how about you?
So I like it. By the way, Jason Jordan, go ahead and start sharing your screen. You're up, and AY from Battery Tour, you are on deck. That may end up having to be our last the last presentation, because we're gonna run out of time. But my quick comment to Tanya, first of all, I love the activist mom and the humor in it, the humor as well, kind of in the whole presentation. I super liked the Save the Planet button in your app. I don't know if that's a real button, but like I think that we need that button in all of our apps right now.
I think I'm going to put it on my app too.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I thought that was a great like little piece of humor that kind of really kind of gave it some life. So,
And
thank you.
Ken, let me just
Yeah.
let me just add to that. Someone I see popped up in the chat here that said the mom and the child need names. Absolutely.
Jessica has just put a poll up, and these should be in order that they presented. So we're going to give you about 1 minute. Everybody, you can vote for one. Call all your friends, tell them to join the Zoom and vote for you, although too late. We had Tracy from Infinite Hydrogen Surfer Girl, Amanda, Summit Nanotech with a stick figure sketch that her daughter drew, Joy with Cool California and the Bees, Tanya with the school district and from Community Energy, Jason from JEA with an amazing song track, and Thor and AY Battery Tour with the fun graphics. So I don't know if everybody else can see how it's going, but we're getting a lot of responses. We're about 40 out of the 60. So pick your best, the ones that kind of moved you or that you learned a lot or really followed well the hero's journey. While you're doing that, I have a question for Michael from NZync. For those of us who did not get to present, can we send polls closed. So Jessica, go ahead and share the results. Tanya B from CEL on the school district. Congratulations, Tanya.
Thanks, everybody. And thanks for the feedback, too. It was great.
So I have the Amazon gift card is, in this nice box, will be on its way shortly. Just kidding. It might be by email. Thank you all for presenting. I'm so glad that you all participated. For those that did not, and for those that did not participate, Michael B asks, can you send a storyboard to Tom?